Today we are reviewing the Altra Torin 6. My name is Cole Jarrard. I am with True Health Company. We provide online education for health, family, business, lifestyle, all of the above, trying to make everybody as healthy as possible. One aspect of that is wearing the right gear. So part of that is me just enjoying running shoes, enjoying workout shoes. I wear a lot of shoes, so I figured I would hop on here. My background, I'm a physical therapist. I've completed a few CrossFit style events and a few endurance events, half marathons, some triathlons, and so just hopping on here. I grew up in the shoe world at Brown Shoe Fit, so background on shoes was pretty good, so I figured I'd hop on here and share some knowledge with reviewing some of the shoes that I'm wearing. So my last video, go and check it out. That was the Ultra Solstice review. So a couple shoes in a row have been the Ultras. I wear those for more CrossFit style training, burpees, running, jumping, lifting, and that shoe has held up really well even since I made that video, and it does awesome. I wear it every day for most of my workouts. But now that I am on the road, now that it's summer, getting back into running, I am back on the Altra Torin 6. So I'll go over a couple things. I'll go over how I decided on this shoe. I'll review the shoe specifically, and then talk about a couple of the things that I really enjoy now that I am putting some miles in. All right, so first things first, how did I pick this shoe? I've worn Ultras a couple times. Actually, the first Ultra that I wore was an Altra Torin also. That was back in 2018, 2019. Couple different running shoes since then. I'm an average runner, put in an average amount of miles. I probably have 50 miles on this shoe in the last couple months. So I was deciding between this one, the Torin, and the Altra Paradigm. I went in, tried them on, which I recommend everybody does because I ended up liking this one way more than the Paradigm. The Paradigm is a little bit more of a supportive shoe, and for my history of wearing shoes, I would tend to go with the more supportive one. So once they were both on my feet, this one was absolute game changer. I walked out of it, walked out of the store with this one on my feet, and then jumped right into a 4-mile run the next day to break this in. Handled that really well and has been awesome ever since. My wife, on the other hand, she put on the Paradigm, loved that, trained the second half of her half marathon training in the Paradigm, did excellent, still wearing it today. Okay, we actually just wrapped up a little 5K interval work, half on the treadmill, half outside, and this one did fantastic the whole time. I could have worn my Solstice for that one, but this one just has a little bit more guts to it, a little bit more supportive, and I've really liked putting in miles on this Torin. Okay. Next thing is just kind of why the Ultra. A couple years ago, I got into some more forefoot running. I was really trying to change my gait, and this is a zero drop. Okay, so I'll get into a couple features on this. This one's a zero drop shoe, as are all the Ultras. You can see that big wide toe box there, and then this kind of has a wavy mesh on the front of it, and that's done really well as far as having enough room in the webbing of the front of the shoe. The bottom looks just like that. A little bit wider up here, which I think is great. Their old Torin was a little less supportive. Their Solstice on purpose is less supportive. It just feels like more of that barefoot style feel in those other shoes. This one still has a lot of guts to it, has a great midsole. You can kind of see how high it comes up on the heel there, and really just supports that foot. That wide base here on the bottom. Then when you are running more of that midfoot style, which that zero drop kind of encourages, It's just a little bit more solid of a base to land on. Your foot doesn't have to do as much work. When I wear a shoe all day long, my feet aren't barefoot running ready, okay? One cool thing, it's subtle, but since I'm reviewing a shoe, I'll get picky on it, are the laces. I've really been able to kind of spread those laces out, loosen them up at the bottom just to leave that toe box even wider and give myself more room. But then when I go to cinch them up, they have a little bit of give to them. I don't know if you can see that. And for whatever reason, like I said, it's subtle, it's little, but has really made, when I lace the shoe up, able to get my foot that much more comfortable in it. So again, I wouldn't make my decision based on the laces, but kind of cool. One last little bit, I'll just cover the colorway. That kind of off-white with that almost mint green and the orange. Super cool. I tend to wear like black or white, black shoes, the darker the better, but when I'm running and out on the road, I kind of like something a little bit more color, a little bit more flashy, so to speak. So when I'm running those nice, fast 8 to 9 minute miles, you can see me flying through the streets. But like I said, I'll take that as my moment to say, just very average runner. I have 50 miles in these in the last couple of months. My wife trained for a half marathon, and I just kind of tagged along on the second half of her training runs to ramp my miles up. Hoping to do a half marathon here this fall, the Des Moines IMT in November. So this will still be the shoe I wear. Really looking forward to that, okay? So now that I have some miles in this in the last few months, the three big things that I like about it is that it's zero drop, but still has that support. Like I talked about, there's still some guts to it. On the backside of the heel, there's still some support through the midfoot, and then a little bit wider base, a solid base on the bottom as you're coming through on that stride, okay? A lot of zero drop wide toe box shoes just encourage that barefoot feel, because that's what a lot of people are going for. So this is almost the best of both worlds. You still get the support and you still get that natural movement of your foot and that natural placement of your foot where your foot wants to be. Get that wide toe box, give those toes a little bit of room to spread out rather than suffocating them, okay? And then it's lightweight and durable. Like being a more midfoot striker about 80% of the time. If I'm pushing the stroller or those last couple miles where I'm tired, I'll end up hitting my heel more and be a little bit more of a heel striker. But there's no consequence there because there is a little bit more support, right? I'm not gonna injure my heel just that last little bit when my form breaks down or I'm pushing the stroller. And then durability wise, it's handled gravel, it's handled road, it's handled trail, and done really well with all of those, okay? So just a little recap. I picked this Torin 6 over the Paradigm. A little less supportive, more comfortable on my foot. So I would highly recommend trying that on. I love the zero drop. I love the support that comes with a barefoot style shoe that not all of the barefoot style shoes that you might like in a zero drop would have. I like that it's durable and lightweight and it looks good too. All right, so drop in the comments what shoes you guys are wearing on your training runs this summer. Get out, get some miles in, and then also let me know what shoe I should review next. All right, keep working.